Miniver Cheevy, child of scorn, grew lean while he assailed the seasons. He wept that he was ever born, and he had reasons. Miniver loved the days of old, when swords were bright and steeds were prancing. The vision of a warrior bold would set him dancing. Miniver sighed for what was not, and dreamed and rested from his labors. He dreamed of Thebes and Camelot, and Priam's neighbors. Miniver mourned the ripe renown that made so many a name so fragrant. He mourned romance, now on the town, and art, a vagrant. Miniver loved the Medici, albeit he had never seen one. He would have sinned incessantly could he have been one. Miniver cursed the commonplace and eyed a cocky suit with loathing. He missed the medieval grace of iron clothing. Miniver scorned the gold he sought, but sore annoyed was he without it. Miniver thought, and thought, and thought, and thought about it. Miniver Cheevy, born too late, scratched his head and kept on thinking. Miniver coughed and called it fate, and kept on drinking. E. A. Robinson depicts Mr. Cheevy as an unattainable dreamer. In my understanding, Mr. Cheevy is cursed by his own delusions between real and mythical. That is, Mr. Cheevy is fixated on what has passed, rather than focusing on the present. For example, E. A. Robinson depicts that Mr. Cheevy wanted to have never been born. This says a lot about Mr. Cheevy's psychology. In order to get out of his slump, he often dreams him living in a higher class and wearing fancy clothes. In short, the main theme of this whole poem is about escaping reality and rationalizing that fate is a reason for Mr. Cheevy's misfortune. From the beginning, it is known that the poem doesn't have a stock response. I rather found out that the speaker exploits reader's emotion by using words like scorn, vagrant, and the use of irony in the fifth stanza. This is seen when E. A. Robinson compares Mr. Cheevy's fascination for the Medici and his unlikelihood of being part of the family. The speaker also uses allusion in the third stanza when Thebes, Camelot, and Priams are used to depict Mr. Cheevy's dreams. Lastly, Miniver Cheevy, the title of the poem, is important because it has a direct correlation to Mr. Cheevy's behavior. Miniver Cheevy can be decoded to sound like minimum achieving, which is what Mr. Cheevy is. He is a minimum achiever.